Well, a very warm welcome to our April edition of our Market Wrap. My name's Simon Pintado from the Buxton Real Estate Group. Let's give you an insight into what's taken place over the month of April. Well, the month of April really was one that was exciting. A record number of stock was transacted in the Melbourne area, more specifically in the Bentleigh, Ormond, McKinnon and East Bentleigh marketplaces. There was a clearance rate average of 76% for the month of April, which is fantastic. Considering how much stock was put to the market, when the clearance rates can remain at that kind of level, it is fantastic to show when there is a lot of stress, when there is a lot of people out there looking to buy, but also the choice that they have out there in the marketplace is quite high as well. And then for clearance rates to remain at a 75-76% for the entire month is certainly unbelievable. It gives you some confidence out there in the marketplace that it really is ticking along quite nicely, even under the stress of a lot of auctions. As I said, the clearance rate average was 76% for the month. The weekend just gone, Saturday 30th of April, there was a record number of auctions held. There were 1,252 auctions held with a 75% clearance rate for the weekend, which is phenomenal. So certainly a good indication for you into how the market is traveling. I do predict that there will be an interest rate drop tomorrow, obviously the first Tuesday of the month, and that will certainly also create some added pressure for potential buyers looking to buy into the marketplace, but certainly some good news for potential vendors out there in the marketplace as well. We've just received our statistics. That gives you some indication as to how many days on average a property is on the market per suburb. So for McKinnon and for Ormond, properties are on the market for an average of 31 days. In East Bentleigh, they're on the market for an average of 36 days. And in Bentleigh, on the market for an average of 36 days as well. So certainly for you as a consumer, that gives you a bit of insight. The Buxton Bentleigh group runs at an average of 23 days on market. So certainly well above the odds and well above the average, but for you as a consumer, it gives you some confidence that you apply the process and certainly you'll be getting the result. Something that's topical out there in the marketplace at the moment is the Sky Rail that is happening basically around the Carnegie, Murrumbeena and Hughesdale area. I'm a Murrumbeena local myself, and I suppose my take on it is the people that are living very close to the train line, I can understand that there is frustration around this whole project, around more so in particular in the short term, the works that are actually happening late into the night, early into the morning. Obviously people with kids and families and things like that, it isn't ideal. The way that I look at it, it is short-term pain for long-term gain. What people do not realise is that it's going to severely reduce congestion around the Poth Road, Carnegie and Murrumbeena train stations. And also further to that, it's going to give us a massive walking path, basically that whole way along the Pakenham line as well. So I think that's really something positive, particularly for the local community. I think the biggest gripe, particularly out there in the community, is that being an overpass, there is a general probably idea that some shady people hang out underneath these overpasses. I don't think that's going to be the case. Just because there's an overpass doesn't necessarily mean that there is going to change the demographic or the type of people that are living in this area. Carnegie, Murrumbeena, Hughesdale is a very family orientated area. And I think personally, at least in my own opinion, that the Sky Rail will be something that is better for the community in the long term, albeit a band-aid approach. I think they should definitely go underground, but I think at least for the interim, it is certainly something that will benefit the community in the long run. Well, I'm sure you're all waiting to see what were the upper end properties that were transacted in the Bentleigh, Ormond and McKinnon postcodes. One really exciting one was number 9 Penang Street in McKinnon. That was a little bit of a tough one. It was a big home. However, it is right in that high density and it's already an established home as well. So a little bit difficult. However, we were able to transact and negotiate a sale for that property at $1,715,000, which is fantastic for that little pocket. There was another result at number 13 Cardiff Street in Bentleigh East. That was a property that I personally transacted. We negotiated that and sold that property prior to auction for what is now a new record for Bentleigh East outside of the McKinnon school zone. It was a 3-bedroom, 580 odd square metre block of land, 7-year-old Metricon home, and the last record was $1.69 million that we made in February in Stockdale Avenue. This one sold for 1.72 million. So fantastic, certainly breaking new ground in the East Bentleigh marketplace, and what a fantastic result for my vendors down there as well. We also had number 10 Osborne Avenue in McKinnon. That was a beautiful development site, about 760 square metres with an extra wide frontage and backed onto Tucker Road Reserve. That property was actually sold to somebody that offered $1.88 million prior to auction. We went through the process. There were two bidders that fought it out at the end of the process, and it sold for $1.96 million for a development site. So that property will be bulldozed and they will be building 2 townhouses on that block. So certainly fantastic, some confidence for you. The market is humming along perfectly. And obviously for any real estate needs, please don't hesitate to give me a call. I will be seeing you in next month's edition of our Market Wrap. My name's Simon Pintado from the Buxton Real Estate Group. Have a great month and I'll see you soon.